Okay, when we finished our first, let's say, part of interview, Maxime remembers something, so we're coming back to interview as a part 2 of his memories about Center Made in Paris album. So, Maxime.
So this is the B-side of the interview. B-side is always the best. And I remember when I gave all the tapes, the album was finished, to the Barclay record company. I've been waiting like 1 week to get the record finished, and I went back to the record company, and one girl gave me a piece of plastic and said, "Oh, Maxime, this is the record." And I said, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, Maxime, it's new, it's a CD. It's new, totally new. There will be no more vinyl. It's new for this band, it's very important." I said, "I don't want this. I want my record." And it's, for me, I always told this story because it was like the beginning of the end. I was waiting for this nice record with a nice picture, something to look at it, to listen to it, and I had this piece of plastics and metal.
So it was first time you received a CD as a result of your album.
Yes. And like a present. I said, "I don't want your present. I want my record." So it was, okay, it's the end of part 2. Maybe there will be part 3.
Okay,
but this is quite history because it was 89 and it was, I can sign it. The beginning of the end for the record industry.
By the way, about 89, when you produce this album, do you have some type of concept of the sound, how you want to make sound? Do you have some type of reference point? Maybe you want to sound certain band? Tell us a little bit about that.
I don't want to list of name of things, but I was really looking because when I heard from the cassette, was really some guitars and the voice, and I said I had to make it clear. We have to listen this typical Russian voice to hear everything from the voice, and I think the people will be pleased to hear a different voice and to have like clean guitars, like, and also the only Russian idea I had for producing, because the real band was not in Moscow, in Paris, it's to add chords, voices, like Russian voices, so deep voices. So I use the voice only in the deep moments for the record. So it gives really to the people in France the idea of a Russian band. So for me, maybe I was mistaken, but I was making a Russian record. Sound like an English pop album or some French rock, or I don't know, the mix. But the idea was to produce a Russian artist, Russian songs, and to please the French audience and maybe Europeans. But to start with something to please, not to...
Thank you very much. You're a great producer. Thank you.
Bye-bye, my friend.